You're deciding whether to bring a wrongful death lawsuit for the death of a family member. Let me share with you 5 reasons why you should not bring a lawsuit here in the state of New York. You want to learn what this is all about? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. Reason number 1, the money will not bring back your family member. Reason number 2, you might not be able to show that you are more likely right than wrong, than what you are saying is absolutely true that caused someone's death. Reason number 3, you might not be able to show that even if there was wrongdoing or carelessness, that was a cause of your loved one's death. Reason number 4, the autopsy report may be inconclusive or show that the death was unrelated to any wrongdoing. Reason number 5, you're worried about what your family and friends will think. Let me share with you a couple more pieces of information I think will help you understand what I'm really talking about here. Reason number 1, the money won't bring back your family member. Of course not. The person has died, and now you're trying to determine whether or not you have a valid basis for a case. Which leads me to reason number 2, that you're not able to show that you are more likely right than wrong, than what occurred was as a result of someone's carelessness. That's what we have to be able to show as an injured victim, trying to show that we're entitled to compensation for the harms and losses that you suffered, as well as someone's untimely death. It means we have to prove our case. Now, we don't have to do it with 100% certainty. We only have to show that we're slightly more likely right than wrong, which means that if the jury can't decide and they're 50-50 split, and we just get them to tip the scales just a little bit so that we're 50.1%, that's going to justify a verdict in our favor. So now, the next thing is, you might not be able to show causation. Well, causation is the link between the wrongdoing and the injury and untimely death. We are required by law to show not only that there's carelessness, that there was wrongdoing, but that the carelessness was a cause of the injuries and untimely death. If we can't show that connection, that bridge between the carelessness and the injuries and death, then there's no way we can go forward with a case. The next question is, an autopsy may be inconclusive. And that's true. Autopsy results can be a double-edged sword. So sometimes it can clearly show that there was wrongdoing, and now this person died as a direct result of improper medical care or a particular accident. But what if the autopsy is inconclusive, and the medical examiner who did an examination of your family member now can't determine exactly why they died? Or they come to the conclusion that they died because of causes unrelated to the wrongdoing. In that instance, you can't go forward with a case. But now, here's the last point I just want to touch on. If you're so concerned about what your family and friends think, then by all means, don't bring a lawsuit seeking compensation. You have an absolute right that if you believe that there was carelessness, and that carelessness was a cause of your loved one's death, you have an absolute right to seek compensation. And if it involves a medical malpractice matter, then we have to get a medical expert to go ahead and confirm, number 1, that there was wrongdoing, that the wrongdoing caused injury, was a cause of the injury, and that the injury is significant and permanent. Obviously, if they died, it's significant and permanent. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on when evaluating a possible wrongful death case here in the state of New York. Yet I realize you're watching this because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. This is something I do every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, G-E-R-R-Y, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.